Alright guys, so this video is about my Ram 2500. I picked it up and so far I've already had to do a lot of repairs on it. So the first thing I did was just do a tune-up, switched out all the spark plugs, and when I took the old spark plugs out, they actually weren't too bad, but I was reading it and it said some of the coil packs were messed up. We went in there and there was little parts of the coil pack that were stuck in down in there where the spark plugs go in. So we fixed all that, and then now my truck actually will not idle. It will not stay idle. So we thought it was a fuel pump. We switched the fuel pump. I had a picture of what the gas tank looked like when we pulled it out. It was completely filthy. So the backstory of this was it was completely covered in mud at one point. So I don't know if the engine just died or something because it got stuck in the mud, but that's why I picked it up for so cheap. So now we're having other problems. So it's not giving us a code, and now I might have to switch out the actuator or something, and the engine's running rich, which means the spark plugs are getting all dirty. So in here, this is the throttle body actuator, and this can go bad, but there's no code that says it's bad. So, you know, for me to just change this is another $285 specifically for this one part. And then there's a little right here, this sensor, which isn't broke, but you can see the clips broke, but who knows if that's it. But that's a $60 part as well. And then I switched the air filter. There's also something called the map, which is back there. I think it's another type of sensor. That could be bad. And here's the whole computer, which the whole computer could be bad. That's why it's not reading at all. So yeah, I mean, so far I probably put about $2,000 into this thing, and now my mechanic's saying, well, we can, you know, switch the map, switch the actuator, switch that sensor. No guarantee that it's gonna fix it, and that's gonna probably be another $700 just in parts, and then I gotta pay the labor. I switched the fuel pump, and that didn't even fix it, and that ended up being $550 total to switch that up. So basically at this point, I'm just gonna try to switch those few things I told you, and then if that doesn't work, I might have to go buy a whole new engine, which everything was going really good this year. I was, you know, reaching all my goals and stuff, but this was a little hiccup along the way that now might end up costing me a lot. So, you know, I bought this truck for $7,000, already put another $2,000 into it. Right now with the price of trucks and stuff, you know, I still can't find a truck worth anything for $9,000. So I'm gonna put another $1,000 into it, and if that doesn't work, I'm gonna have to put a new engine in it. So it ended up being a $12,000, $13,000 truck at the end of the day. But yeah, guys, so this is kind of just becoming like a money pit at this point. I've only had it for 4 months, but you know, I need this bigger truck to pull my dump trailer and everything like that. So hopefully nothing else goes bad about it. I mean, the fuel pump wasn't even bad, but it was like cracked on the top. So I'm actually glad we replaced that. But yeah, guys, so kind of just a lesson: when you're buying a vehicle, it doesn't mean the cheapest is always going to be the best. I did not foresee these problems coming. It actually worked great before I started using it, and now all of a sudden it just, you know, everything's going out at the same time. Hey guys, Mike with A&M. So the money pit continues. So I'm gonna show you now. Cylinder was bad, so we had to take off the whole head. So now I gotta replace the head, but I'm gonna replace both heads because I already have the whole top of the engine off, basically, the intake and all that. So this is what the inside of my car looks like just with parts. Then here are the heads right here. These are the old ones. See this little spring thing here wasn't on there, and then if you look, see how that one's open. They do open at different times, but that whole thing was just messed up. So I got to get all new head gaskets, bolts, and heads. I did get these ramps from down the street, so I'm gonna put those on the truck. A lady was scrapping them, so that'll be awesome because this thing's kind of a pain to get in right now. But yeah, guys, so that's what I'm dealing with. Here's my whole truck. I just got that covered up with a towel because I'm actually going to go order the heads right now. As of now, I've probably spent about $2,500 to $3,500 just fixing this truck. We replaced the throttle body actuator, the computer we had to go send in to get a new one of those, the coolant sensor, the map sensor. We switched the spark plugs like 2 or 3 times because it kept running rich, and we switched out the fuel pump. There was no code coming up for that cylinder. It just said a misfire, so we should have checked it, but I actually sent it into the dealership where I live, and they're the ones who said there was no compression coming from that. I'm not a car guru at all. I don't know anything about it, but now I'm actually learning some of this stuff, so I feel kind of smart, but it's a tough lesson to learn. It's like $3,500 for me to know what a head is. So that kind of sucks. He's gonna charge me another $1,000 in labor to take off those heads and put the new ones on. He already took them off. So now I'm gonna order those heads, and hopefully after that, the truck runs again. All right, guys, we're back here at the Ram, and I got the heads replaced. So I'll show you everything. So we got all the new heads on. We replaced both of them, and when we were finished, it wouldn't start. So before I go into what I have to do now, because it won't start and I replaced the heads, I got so much money into this truck, I'm gonna show you every single thing we have replaced on this truck so far. So the first thing was the throttle body. It's this part right here. Replaced that, about 250 bucks. Replaced one of these sensors here. Then going in the back here, we replaced that's the whole computer, that silver thing. Sent that in, that was a couple $100. A brand new one of those was like $1,000. So sent that in, they said there was no problems with it. We started off by replacing the fuel pump, which is underneath the gas tank. You might have seen one of the shorts where it was really dirty. We blew it off. So that was, I don't know, $600-700. I can't even keep track of how much stuff we've done. There's a map sensor back there. We replaced that. It was running rich. We replaced the spark plugs 2 times, and obviously replaced the head gaskets and everything else. And then let me see if that's everything. I think that might be everything. So spark plugs a couple times, fuel pump, the throttle body, the map sensor, the computer, and then now let me show you the inside. So next, you can see I replaced this ignition switch because it wasn't starting after we replaced the heads. So that was $120, and it was on back order for like 2 months. So my truck's just been sitting here. So I just fixed that, and it still doesn't run. So now I think I'm just gonna take it into a towing company. The guy I've been using pretty much doesn't know what's wrong with it. We tried everything we can think of. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know. But I'm probably gonna send it in because I just got thousands of dollars sitting here at this point, and so far this thing's been a complete nightmare. And I think I actually have closer to $5,000 to $6,000 wrapped up in this thing right now. Hopefully I can get it fixed and either use it or just sell it. But yeah, this thing's been a complete money pit. Hopefully my luck changes a little bit. My other truck broke, this one's broke. So I know good things are coming because all the bad things are about to be out of the way. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification button, and we'll see you guys next time.